What's up, you guys? It's Kirby Dirtman here, and this is episode 7 of Dirty Politics, where we try to dig up the dirt on these dirty politicians and their globalist overlords and the Zionists that want to control this world and the beautiful people in it. Today, I wanted to talk about Zionism and. It's long-term plans aligning with British bankers to take over this world and eliminate free thinkers and basically turn us all into cyborg slaves with nanotechnology and carbon credits and social credit scores. That's all coming down the pipe. So stay tuned. I think January is gonna be a crazy month. They're just waiting for us to get all comfy under the the warm glow of our Christmas trees when they start launching. I do think a number of wars, and we're gonna have Bill C 9, 8, 2, all the bills, all the bad bills. They're gonna steal a majority, and we are gonna be in for a rough ride. So where did this all start? Like, where did Zionism start? And you gotta remember that Zionism came from an understandable beginning and a place of fear. The Jewish people had been displaced for hundreds and hundreds of years. The pogroms, I might have pronounced that wrong, were basically, they'd round up and they would slaughter and they would kill Jewish people. And Jewish people often took the jobs that certain religions and cultures found unmoral, and that'd be the money lending and the money exchanging, and that's why the globalists and the British banking system finds them to be perfect allies in this mission, this dark mission. And it dates back. It starts really. Their first big move was the creation of the Fed in 1913, and this basically got us, started to get us off of a gold-backed currency and created this fiat money, this imaginary funny money that, I often say inflation is the worst tax of them all. It's a hidden tax. It's not as hidden as like the plastic wrapping tax that the liberals claim has no effect on food prices. And all the other hidden taxes that they smugly laugh off in the House of Commons. And this is just another one of those, the big one really. And the creation of the Fed really changed how the world's economies work. Not all of them, and you have to give BRICS a little credit. And right now, I think Trump is actually trying to get us onto a petrodollar, and that's why you're going to see an invasion of Venezuela. Israel will be quick to follow and invade Iran. There's talks of going into Afghanistan. And they want that oil money and they want that oil flowing. And that's really bad for us, because if Venezuela opens up and Chevron gets in there and starts pumping oil out to Houston, we're not going to get a lot of money for our already cost-ineffective oil, and it could really destroy Canada if we don't get a pipeline to the coast and out to Asian markets. But that's just another, one of the many problems we're facing. So, the theories go, and this is all satirical, dark humor. This isn't my theory. I didn't think of this. This is stuff that I read. Oh my goodness, you attack me? You just attacked me. I'm walking away, dude. Not nice. Fucking George, man. A little bit of a shit. Look at he's coming. He's coming. But anyways, World War One. Like, do you guys really think World War One was started because of an Austrian argument, an assassination? Like, that's more scary than this global fucking evil fucking cabal trying to take us out. Because imagine if we could plunge the world into darkness just because of an argument. That's scary shit. Especially in today's world, where we could wake up to a nuclear winter just because of some fucking Austrian arguing or some diplomat getting his feelings hurt. So World War I think, was created to reshape global empires and to help facilitate the next stage of the plan. And yes, like Britain self-genocides every couple generations, that's true. But this was more helping Israel eventually get their country, I should say Zionists, to eventually secure Israel as their country. And that did take place in 1948. I think World War II was like the final step in that plan. Like they literally tricked Arab countries into fighting for them. After the fall of the Ottoman Empire, there was a lot of hope that Palestinians and Palestine could have autonomy over their lands. And the Zionist Hein Weizmann, he had always said like, "Oh, we have no intention on taking over. We just want to work with the people and work together and create, an Arab and Jewish state." And obviously that didn't happen. And World War II was the tipping point, and Israel was created. And then there's a lot of other events that took place. Let's talk about some of the more conspiratorial assassinations, like JFK. Now, a common theme with them is they have let's say an enemy, and their enemy is JFK, right? He wanted to have inspectors come. He was against the nuclear program Israel had. He was against having Israel be able to own and control a weapon that could just kill and destroy any adversary. And JFK was wising up to AIPAC, and he wanted it registered as a lobby group. And they had some allies. Israel did. They had the Bay of Pigs, which I think JFK was set up. I don't think he left his people to dry. I think that was all made to make him look, and to get the generals and the army mad at him, right? And then there's the mob that JFK took some money from, and you can point to that. But I really do think it's just a common thing they do. Is there's so many different people that it could be that they just, it wasn't us, it was the mob, it was the CIA. Well, they're all working together, and I think that much is clear. And we keep going forward in time, and then all these big world events, they seem to have their hand in all of this stuff. They helped get the U.S. off any type of gold-backed currency, and they helped the Cold War come to fruition, trying to basically benefit off of both sides of that. And, you gotta remember the Bolshevik Revolution was 70% Jewish people that, they killed 100 million people. Like, is it really communism that was the killer? I think it is an awful form of government. And you're foolish if you think that if you're going to support Marxism and communism, that when they take power, that you're going to not be on the chopping block, because you're just a useful idiot if that's the case. So, we got to talk about 9/11. Like, 9/11 is one that gets me, guys. Like, Tower 7 literally had like molten lava underneath from the thermite used to take out the steel girders. Yet a fucking a passport could just float untouched down and be found on the ground. Like, then they point to, there's a lot of Jewish people killed in 9/11. Well, I think Israel is the Jewish people's greatest enemy. And they should be more afraid of the Zionists than they should be afraid of, a Palestinian throwing rocks. Well, they would just be throwing rocks if Bibi Netanyahu didn't fund Hamas to the tune of billions of dollars. So they've had their hand in all this type of fucking shit. And it's to me, it's pretty obvious. To others, it isn't. We could talk about 9/11 in depth, but we're not going to do that because that could be a whole episode, and I am actually preparing one on that. But there's a lot of great guys you can follow, and a lot of great bodies of work that would do that topic more justice than I do. If you want to learn about Zionism, I would recommend Daryl Cooper, the Martyr Made podcast. It's on Spotify. It's like 25 hours, but this guy really gets down into the nitty gritty and the details, and he's a really good writer. So I would highly recommend that. They just don't stop. The Patriot Act helped facilitate the Greater Israel Project. 7 wars. They wanted 7 wars in less than 30 years, and the BB's gotten most of those. Like, a guy's a freaking dictator. I don't care what you say. Not to say that all Jewish people agree with him. That's not true. It's funny, if I was in Israel, I'd probably be a leftist. But that right-wing faction of the Israeli government, I think, is full-on Zionists, and they're scary people. And even like 9/11 was just a tool, for control, as was COVID. Now, COVID is a funny one because I like the theory that Winnipeg was involved with COVID. And if you look at the facts, the Trudeau government busted fucking the 2 Chinese scientists that were sending info back to China, and it took them 6 months to kick them out of the country. And I really do think they brought COVID-19 on a domestic flight back to Wuhan, you guys. And you're like, probably, dirty. Like, how? What? Like, is it China's fault? Is it the Zionist fault? Is it the globalist fault? It's all of them. They all work together. They want to create a cyborg slave race that's going to do their dirty work, and China is going to be the manufacturing arm of the New World Order. They want to eliminate white people. We used to be 30% of the world's population. Now we're at 7%, and it's falling every day. Like, Mark Wiseman wants to turn Canada into a country with 100 million people by 2100. And the ones that fight against this are going to be jailed, arrested, killed, and the rest will be injected with nanotechnology that will control their body and mind. And that's honestly, I really think that's going on. They're going to tie it all to the social credit score. Carney's going to make a whole lot of money off every breath we take. And the fact that someone wants you to feel guilty about breathing and being alive should tell you all you need to know. And, now we have a situation where terrorism is always seeming to be connected to Israel in some sort of way. False flags are happening every day. The Bondi Beach massacre is got all those symptoms of this disease that we're all fighting, and our immune systems have been weakened, and our mental mind immune systems have been weakened. And I do think that we need to stand up. We need to talk about this type of stuff. Don't be afraid to have these conversations. If you need to just call me and you want to chat, let's do that. If you want to leave comments, that's great. I think open discourse is good, and we should try to get some of this stuff out before Bill C9 comes and takes that ability away from us. So, you guys, there's so much more. I think I'm just going to leave you with that. And just remember, this comes from a place of love. I love everybody. I love Jewish people. I love Muslim people. I love Chinese people. I love Japanese people. And, trying to love myself, and it's hard. So, you guys, stay strong. Stay vigilant. Always be thinking. Use this, use this, but use this. All right. Love you.